everybody seems to be against Britt eating, okay?
Hey, sister cousins, welcome to my channel. I'm Lady C, and I'm here to tell you how I feel. Like and subscribe if you're new, and run it up in the comments. Let me know you stopped by. Now, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16, Episodes 1 through 6.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want to go into this disliking her. I don't even know nothing about her. I didn't even know her name until recently. So I'm like, okay, watch the show. Be fair for all of them, right? Even Portia. No, not Portia. Girl, it is. No, girl. I got my own opinions about Portia. I may have to do a separate video for how I feel about Portia.
So, okay, we get to this show. We have Shamia, Angela, Kelly, Britt, Kenya, and Portia. And Drew. Okay, right? And then we have Cynthia, who is playing the friend, right? I'm so happy for Shamia. I watched her interview with Kandi. Kandi really pushed for her to be on the show. It just shows the type of person that Kandi is. I really adore that about Kandi, right?
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. I guess she was good for something.
I was just happy for her. So, then we have the new girls. No, before I get to the new girls, I want to talk about the girls I know. Okay. So even though Shamia is a new girl, and I don't want to talk about the new girls, it's like Shamia is a new girl as a housewife, but she's not new to the show. So I feel like I could talk about her without feeling like I don't know anything about her. There's plenty in history about Shamia, right?
Hi, ladies. Bienvenido a Miami.
So very happy for her. I like Cynthia as a friend. I think it's perfect. It doesn't require too much effort from Cynthia. She doesn't have to worry about a storyline. She could just show up, you know, be cute, kiki with the girls, and then carry on, right?
Ooh, not a whore. Hoe, we can rock with.
And then we get to Drew. Now, Drew, I feel like Drew has a place on the show. Drew did not fit in with the old group. I feel like Drew is meshing better with this group because these are women who are closer to her age. Nobody's really like little girl. Like she fits better with this. You know what I'm saying? So, and then her story right now, she's going through a divorce. She's going through a lot right now. Off of Drew. On to Portia. Portia,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay, so you're back. And when I would have conversations with my girlfriends, I would tell them, like, the only way that it's going to work is that if we feel some type of sympathy. So when she filed for divorce, I said, this is perfect for her. She can kind of throw everybody off the scent. She wants you to focus on, oh, woe is me. I'm getting a divorce. He's so mean to me.
Couldn't even breathe. I was just sorry. That's hard.
And that's exactly what's happening, right? Okay, so moving on to Kenya. Kenya, I'm being honest, Kenya is lovely. I think Kenya is a lot of fun. If things didn't happen the way it happened, I think she would have been still a good piece to the ensemble cast. The storyline that she had to offer, and the fact that we won't know much about anything else that's happening in her life because it was just summed up in 5 episodes. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really unfortunate. So moving on. Angela. Okay, girl. Angela. So now we on the new girls. Angela, girl. I like Angela. I think she's very, just off of watching her, she gives me a little Sheree / Kandi. And I think that her even keel, grounded demeanor reminds me of Kandi. You know what I'm saying? Very logical, common sense. That kind of reminds me of Kandi. But she seems to be the bone carrier of the group. Everybody seems to bring her all the information. Some kind of how she be in every little, and then she gets into these like odd conflicts because she'll have opinions. So she'll have, okay, Britt's telling her, I don't feel like Kenya is treating me well. And then she's like, okay, well, she'll have an opinion about that. And so she mentions it or brings it up in the little note cards at the dinner.
Yeah, but we're talking about me, sweetheart. Okay. What do you?
I can speak to everyone.
You know, Britt goes off the way she went off. It's like, okay, now she has an opinion about that. So she gets into these minor conflicts, and it's fair, but it just feels very charade coded, in my opinion. Okay. But I do like her. I like her. I like her. She's very honest. She doesn't sugarcoat anything.
There has to be cause. What was the cause? That's the question I asked.
She doesn't make excuses.
It's a little shock you asked for Portia. You're being Portia's assistant.
She's just very as a matter of fact.
Based on what?
And I really appreciate that about her. Okay. Kelly. Now, Kelly is someone I did not see coming. I love that little pint size.
Hey guys! Oh my God, what's been taking you so long?
Ball of fun, girl.
Bitch, we getting the out of here, ho.
She is so funny. Her comedic timing. She's a little catty / shady, but it's all in fun.
Album is amazing. Shout out to Drew. Her album is great. She lying on there too.
You can't make me hate her. Like, and I just did not expect that. I really didn't. Regardless of her alliance or allegiance to Britt or not, I just find Kelly to be such a bubbly breath of fresh air. I love her. Now, Britt. So, how I feel about Britt, okay? She comes across as okay, listen, all right? Britt is a beautiful girl. She's likable, right? But I believe she has a warped sense of self.
Today is for me.
How? It's
What do you
always
mean
been
how?
for you.
I think her coming out telling you, oh, women don't like me, this is that and the third, I've always had to have my sisters fight my battles. It's like she has decided she don't like girls and girls don't like her, so therefore she's gonna always have her guards up.
I have this wall built up.
And you could have created this sense of reality before reality actually kicks in. So you going into a group of women thinking that, oh, these women aren't going to like me because nobody really likes me, because every time I'm out with women act like this or they treat me shady or whatever. So that's kind of like what I'm gathering about Britt. It's like, and then she's like, oh, I'm just so pretty and people are jealous. And I'm like, perhaps how you come and show up in situations, you may give off something that people pick up on, and maybe they just don't like that about you, right? It doesn't mean they're jealous of you, though. Nobody's, trying to covet your life.
It's hard watching my happiness when she's not in that same space.
Nobody is mad at you because you live this life and they don't.
Let me go call my husband that cares about me.
What I've realized and noticed about her is that she just looks at the glass as half empty when it comes to women. So, Britt Eady, not a girl's girl. I see how she could like or take to someone like Kelly, because Kelly's a likable person. She just is here to have a good time, right? She's not going to really give you too much of an opportunity to feel any kind of way because she's such a genuine person.
I want us to come here and support you.
If there's conflict, she just wants to, okay, let's move on to something else. She just seems to be, so I see why her and Britt hit it off when there's other girls in the sandbox. If they're not giving Kelly's energy, you feel like they don't like you. And that may not always be true, honestly. So, again, as I'm watching episode 1 through 6, I told myself, just give it a chance. Just watch it. Don't make any opinions. Everybody had their opinions all over online, and I would feel some type of way, but I'm like, okay, no. Watch the show and watch it for what it is. So, Oh, real quick, girl. Girl, have you subscribed yet? I was just curious. Go on and like and subscribe, baby. Help us run it up in the comments. Girl, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay. But anyway, having watched all of the things, me watching every single episode and really trying to dissect where these relationships are headed, I can honestly say that Britt, girl,
I've been trying to be nice to you, so you giving me this little pat, not a hug.
girl, you was wrong. You was wrong, girl. And you knew you were wrong. But I don't feel like you knew you were wrong because you just knew. I feel like you knew that if you didn't hurry up and clean this up, you might have got your pink slip and white box. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you buying flowers and buying a car was an attempt at, oh, let me fix this before it gets ahead of me. Let me try to get ahead of this. I genuinely don't think you should have came to Kenya's event. I think that you should have tried to reach out to Kenya on a more personal level, even if Kenya, paid it. The way Britt responded to Kenya.
That was a pat. That wasn't a hug. That's a hug.
From Kenya's point of view, it's like, girl, like, get away from me. Like, Kenya literally has done nothing. Even the whole ring comment. It wasn't like Kenya was being shady. She asked a question, you cleared it up for her, but you decided to feel a type of way that she even asked you in the first place. She just wanted to know, and you could have just left it at that, but then you just created this whole problem just off of that question. And I've seen people try to justify that, and the logic just doesn't make sense. I'm like, she wasn't picking on you right there when she asked you.
You're married.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have your other ring. Are you married or engaged?
No, I'm married.
She wasn't being shady, and I just find that strange that some people will watch the same thing and just because they don't like Kenya, because they know that Kenya has come in a little hot on some people, but there was genuinely no reason for Kenya to be nasty to her. And therefore, she wasn't nasty, right? I have more of a problem with Portia being shady down to the dinner table while Shamia is trying to play her music and you like,
You know that ain't Shamia's voice. Are you on it?
the way Portia is giving up this friendship, it just doesn't feel very friendly. It feels like Portia and Shamia, I know I'm moving around and I'm all over the place, but I'm like, girl, bear with me. It just seems like some friendships have an expiration date, and that's Portia and Shamia. I think that some people will be blindly loyal. You guys have been friends since school days, and you feel like, okay, because we've been friends all these years, we have to stay being friends all these years. And honestly speaking, you might have outgrown each other in certain parts of your life. That doesn't mean that when it's time to have a family picnic, when it's time to, have a little wedding, that you don't send her a nice little invite. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that every now and again when y'all check in with each other, it's like, oh girl, we picking up where we left off. But you guys are not the type of friends that you think you are. Shamia is being friends out of duty. Portia is treating you exactly how Portia wants to treat you as far as the friendship is concerned. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I think Portia cares, but Portia is going to do Portia. And in essence, we could all say, oh, well, Portia's wrong and this is that and the third. It's just how she is. And Portia, to me, doesn't display too much of a solid friend to anybody. If you've watched her over the years, she's always put the friendship helmet on, and she might show up for you in a moment when she feels it's necessary. She has not been like a solid friend. She has friendly moments. She may show up for you, and on the moments that she does show up for you, take the good and leave the rest. And when the time is up, just move on. If you come into a relationship with Portia, just from the outside looking in, if you coming into that relationship with expectations, you're going to always be disappointed with Portia. Portia, on the other hand, she does not tolerate mistreatment. So if she feels like you're not being loyal, if she feels like you this, that, and the third, she's not going to put up with that. And she's not wrong for that either. It's y'all who allow Portia to be the type of friend to y'all that y'all don't like. So if you want Portia to be your friend and she's not showing up the way you want her to show up, you have to give exactly the same type of energy to Portia that she would give to you if the roles were reversed. And that's just the end of that. And with that being said, how she's doing Drew is exactly what I'm talking about. The fact that she's creating this whole narrative, and to me, it feels like she's throwing everybody off the scent about the divorce. But if you want to talk to her about Simon or hold her accountable about anything concerning him, she wants to dodge that. And Dennis had a really good point. Girl, you was down to the, girl, I don't know, down to the continent eating jollof rice, okay? And we were over here trying to reach out to you, and you ain't give a damn. You're not in La La Land anymore. You know that Dennis is gonna do Dennis, and you're trying to drag Drew for filth. And I just think that is so late. Drew is not a confrontational person, and I can't be mad at that. That's her personality. She wants to keep the peace. She's kind of a people pleaser. I just want you to cuss her out one good time, girl. Just one good time. And then the whole situation with her husband, girl, that man been lying since he got on the show with you. Being lied to and gaslit and treated the way that man has treated you on the show, I can't even imagine how he treated you behind closed doors in real life. I feel like we should feel more sympathy and give more attention and empathy to Drew, because she's really having a breakdown of a marriage that has been going on for years. That man has been in her eldest child's life. She has a few, was it two other kids? Is it two kids? Is it two kids? She got 3 kids, right? So for her to feel pain behind the divorce, I will be more interested to hear about her breakdown of her relationship, and I would rather the women surround her with the support. But no, we gotta surround Portia.
Getting ready for court?
Portia, do you feel like you're getting the support you need throughout your divorce?
That really is hard, and I'm sorry.
And I'm like, girl, did you not see Simon do Simon the last relationship that ended? Did you think that you were going to get a different type of, like, what about Simon did you not understand? Because Simon was the same Simon that he was to Fallon. He told Fallon, girl, you got 45 days to get the hell up out of this house. And peace out to you, and good luck to your children. He didn't give a damn about them kids. Like, what part of that weren't you connecting?
You're acting a little slow.
Or did you think that because, I don't understand women who feel that way, like they believe that because they're different, that the man is going to treat them differently. No, the same man is going to be the same man in every situation. You're just a different person, but he's still the same person. And he's still treating you the exact same way. He wants you up out of that house. He doesn't pay much attention to your kid. Like, girl, girl. It's, girl.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Kelly, girl. Kelly going through her own situation. She got security with her, girl. You know, she got all that stuff going on with her husband. Another situation. another divorce that I'm like, okay, you guys had built a life together. You guys had actually years behind you. You got kids involved, like all of the things. So, and not even Kelly is trying to like garner all of this sympathy. She's just trying to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like she just wants to move on, get through the day. And the same thing with Drew. She's trying to put her energy in her music. Like these women are really just trying to move on. Portia seems to be the only one that's just like, no, I want you guys to surround me. This is about me. I kind of see why a lot of people are saying that Britt and Portia are being really friendly towards each other because they're giving two sides of the same coin.
You're asking a little slow.
No,
I already established that, Britt, girl, you was wrong. You was foul for what you said. Yes, you said it. Yes, it was a threat. Now, the diva, shout out to the diva. She made a mention if you made a veiled threat, but I'm going to give you a different version of a veiled threat, okay? If you are in an airport, if you make any type of threat, if you get into it with a flight attendant, you get into it with another passenger, and you say, I'm so glad I keep my ... Let me tell you, as a person that's been in that industry for 10 years, you're out of here. And baby, you going to the big house.
You're going to jail, bitch!
It don't matter if you didn't have one. It don't matter if you did have one. The fact that you threatened, that you made the threat at all, is enough. No, I don't understand people who excuse behavior like, well, I was mad. You cannot, oh, I was mad, so therefore I tore this up. But where Kenya went wrong, and she knows where she went wrong, and we all know where she went wrong. It's like, dang, Kenya. Like, you can't really fight for Kenya because of how wrong it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Bravo should have suspended both of them. You made threats. She did that. Why was Britt even allowed to go to the party if you didn't feel safe? I just find that to be a little telling. Then Britt, how she behaved afterwards. I can't tell someone how to feel. Like, I cannot tell you, oh, don't cry. It wasn't that serious. It was in your past, because it may be embarrassing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to think like, okay, if I was Britt, how would I feel in this moment? I probably would be embarrassed. So to the Kenya stands that are like, oh, why is she crying? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, girl. Like, you put, intimate photos of me, no matter how young I was or whatever. That's just something, we all have things that, hell, it's somebody that I dated, and girl, I wish you would put a picture of us out. Girl, I might cry tomorrow. Girl, and we just got a picture of us saying cheese down to the restaurant. So with that type of picture that they were putting out, yes, you got all of these people in this room looking at me with a ding dong in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, like, yes, that is embarrassing. So yes, I feel like, okay, Britt, like, I feel you, but that does not erase what you did. And I think that is what's happening.
You guys all talked to Kenya about her feelings?
We did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Britt wants to completely wipe out, or she feels like this action now cancels that action. And a lot of people who are on Britt's side feels like this action that Kenya has made cancels out everything that Britt said, to the point where they are willing to completely wash over or minimize the weight of the threat that she made to her. And I just don't think that's fair, right? And in this situation, because no one knows, Bravo has been very quiet. Nobody knows, like, is Kenya coming back? Because the way Kenya is carrying on, it doesn't feel like she's coming back anytime soon. So it kind of makes me feel away, like, because I was like, well, I mean, if she's just suspended, then, she'll be back. Like how they did Nene. Remember when she pulled the camera guy, I don't know who she pulled, one of the producers or whoever, when they were in her closet and she didn't want them in the closet, and she kind of put hands on one of the crew. And so they suspended her for a few episodes. But she was able to come back. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, okay, are you just going to make her be on hiatus for the rest of season 16? Is she going to be allowed to participate in the reunion? Will she be back for season 17? Because the way she seems to be giving her, you know, the way everything seems to be playing out, it feels like she's not coming back. And so a lot of people in the blogs and everything are saying she's fired, but Bravo and Kenya has said she was suspended. So I'm just hoping that Kenya can come back, you know? Now, people have been dragging it in the comments. I feel like we're going to have a part 2 of this because it just seems like so much to unpack. There's a lot to unpack. I really didn't talk too much about the episodes in the essence. I feel like I just wanted to talk about the women. You know what I mean? My phone cut off. I'm going to have to reconvene in a little bit. Like and subscribe if you're new. Run it up in the comments. Let me know you stopped by, girl. I'm going to call y'all back later. Love you guys. I won't be gone for too long. Trust and believe, because I got to get to a part 2, because obviously I have a lot more on my chest than I thought I did. But, okay. Girl, is my hair okay? Okay. I'm trying to hurry up and wrap this up before my phone dies. All right, girl. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.